So I just finished a massive project that took me around about 2 months to do. And admittedly, the gym took a backseat. And on top of that, you've just pushed so much that you are just mega fatigued. And all you want to do is just maybe sit in front of the TV, eat some food that you shouldn't really be eating, and just relax and just do something that is completely unwork related. And the idea of just continuing that momentum and being relentless and going straight back to the gym and stuff, it's tough. It's tough to do. They say that health is wealth, but when you're young and healthy, wealth is wealth. For me personally, fitness and wealth are both mega important. However, I think fitness has a roof on the ROI, and wealth is kind of inexhaustible in terms of the quality that it can provide for your life. The rewards of wealth are fantastic, but every man eventually gets bored of the soft life. The busier I get, the thing that's kept me going for all of these years is the aggregation of marginal gains, a concept that I've explained to you guys a lot. It's a very simple concept. If you improve multiple areas in life by a very small percentage, eventually they accumulate to one big aggregational gain. And my gym journey has embodied that. So a big reason why I think I've stayed in shape over all these years as a natural and somebody who's getting older and older, nearly 34 years old now, is because I've stayed consistent, which is the aggregation of marginal gains. Now, every time I have a big break, I do something, I travel, I have content to film, or I have a big push with the brand, with the business. This is how I get back to things. This is how I get back to a normal routine again. And these are all the tips that I use. So I'm going to introduce you guys to it now. And this is exactly how I stay consistent. Don't know why I did that. So in my opinion, the first thing that you should start with is legs, because, you know, when you're sitting down a lot, when you're traveling a lot, you're going to be sat on the plane, you're going to be sat at your desk, you don't use your legs. They're the quickest thing to go. You can walk around, but your legs are going to shrink. Whereas, you know, when you're picking stuff up and whatnot, your upper body stays relatively big. It's just something about your legs. It's all the sitting down, it's all the sitting at your laptop. They just disappear quickly. And I think it's almost an eat the frog strategy, where you go and do the hardest thing first. You know, you kind of crack that nut and you say, okay, we're underway, we're back into it. Otherwise, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go chest, you're going to go arms, you're going to make yourself look really good and aesthetic again. And then when it comes back around to, okay, it's leg day, you're still going to have that low motivation. So I think eat that frog, do that hard thing first, really get that feeling back, you know, and you get that swing of things where you're like, we're training again, okay, we're getting serious. Oh, that's good. Because you can lean forward. As you lean, you just target the hamstrings. That's why it's so good. There's a little tactic that I use every single time I train, is that I kind of just, when I come back to it, I'm like, okay, how do I feel? Am I injured? Are any muscles tight? Have I been flying too much? Have I been eating well? Not really. Okay, I imagine my strength's dropped by 5, maybe 10%. Let me just slowly go into it. So I'll just lift a few, you know, little weights, see how I feel. I just did 32.5, and I'm like, okay, I feel strong. I feel like I'm still back to my best. Let me just go up. Let me go up to the 35s. If it still feels strong, you go again. You go to 40. If you still feel strong, go up to 50. Like, don't stop. And this is how you get back into things. Like, people do too many reps. They're like, right, I'm going to start training again. I'm going to go for a 7-mile run. Then that night, I'm going to go for a 20-mile bike ride. It's like, don't do that, okay? Just be like, what's sustainable, what's enjoyable, what do I actually want to do? You just come back to it, you go, I'm going to do 5 reps. Okay, I feel mega strong, nice. Punch him down on the floor. Favorite song, what's next? 5 reps, heavier weight. Okay, I'm reaching my maximum. What should we do on the next one? Let's just do 3 reps of the heaviest weight I can lift. 1, 2, 3, massive struggle, bang, on the floor. And then you go, okay, fuck, I feel like my muscles have been worked. That's the first time in months or the first time in weeks. And you're like, I'm back. But you see so many fat people do this. They're like, I'm going to smash gym. I'm going to do it this year. I'm really going to do it. They join a gym and they jump on the treadmill, beep, 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 start running for like an hour. And you're like, bro, you don't need to join a gym to do that. And it's also going to have no effect on your body. Best thing you can do is just lift really, really, really heavy fucking shit. Now guys, I speak about these concepts at length in my free school community and my paid school community. The links are below. The pinned comment is the links. Go and check them out. So let me explain to you guys how to lift heavy. As you can see in the video, I am lifting, not heavy, I'm lifting 20 kg dumbbells, but see what I'm doing, okay? I'm working the muscles, I'm seeing if I feel tight, I'm seeing if I feel okay, I haven't trained in a while, I've traveled, I've worked on this and that. My diet hasn't been, it's been good, but it's not been each meal that I require. So my body might be weak. I'm risking the opportunity for an injury. I haven't slept like I normally would, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep per night to get this project done. Maybe I could get myself injured. Then I jump up to 40 kg. This is my first working set. Usually I'd only do 2 or 3 reps to see if I felt strong. I just needed to know this time if I felt okay. Then straight up to 50 kg. And yeah, it felt okay. Usually I do 8 to 10 reps. I was able to do 6 before I tired out. And this is what I mean by maintaining your strength gains, is that I am probably 2 reps on average weaker, maybe 4 maximum, than I was when I was training consistently. So by just not messing around and just trying to go back up to the heavy weights and restoring all of that muscle, all of that strength, and pushing your body to its limits again, you're able to maintain. Even in the down times when it's very difficult, you've got things going on, there's a lot of pressures, a lot of stress, high cortisol. As long as you lift heavy, as long as you do explosive cardio, which we'll get to in a minute, this keeps everything together, this keeps your body intact, even when things get very difficult. And guys, one of the other tips that I want to give you, while I'm not hitting the gym, while I'm, you know, having a little break, while I'm like working like crazy and I'm just sat at a desk all day, I stay in a small calorie deficit and I only eat good food. If anything, my diet becomes even more immaculate because I know I'm not training. What a lot of you do is you do the 2 evils. You go, I'm not going to train and I'm also going to eat shit because I'm not training right now, so it doesn't really matter. I'll fix it afterwards. No, I'd rather be slightly skinnier but lean as hell so that when you get a pump on, you're going to look enormous, rather than, oh, I'm losing muscle and gaining weight at the same time. Like, why have both things bad when you can just have one that's bad? You could probably not hit the gym for like a month and you still look alright. Because a lot of you have this mindset, this is a human built-in mindset of like, if things are going bad, I'm going to make them even worse than what they currently are. This is a real thing. People will go, oh, this person in my family died, I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to start a fight and go to prison. Why? Because my mum died, because my dad died. It's like, why are you making a bad situation worse? And that's what a lot of you are doing. I can't hit the gym, so I'm just going to retaliate like a baby. I'm going to moan like a baby. I'm just going to eat loads of shit food. I'm going to eat cakes because I can't train. It's like, no, because you can't train, you need to clean up your diet even more. You need to be even more militant. And guys, many of you will be watching this thinking, Chris has given me an excuse to take time off, to relax, to not train as hard. It's not true. When I say to you working hard, I don't mean, okay, you've got a 9-to-5 job and you're currently focused on work. With all due respect, a 9-to-5 job is child's play. It's so easy, okay? You're doing 40 hours a week. Like, relax. You've got enough time to do so much shit. Don't be lazy. Don't be soft. Don't take my advice in the incorrect way. So I actually have 3 rules for people who travel a lot, work a lot. You know, fitness isn't always their priority. You come and go from it. Sometimes you're really locked in. Other times it's kind of on the back burner and you just revisit it and just top it up now and then. So I kind of have 3 rules for those types of people that allows you to maintain it as a natural. Number 1 is explosive cardio. So I'm talking boxing, I'm talking swimming, and I'm talking sprinting. In my opinion, they're the best 3. Now, in terms of things like boxing, I don't want you there just tapping the bag and whatnot like some fit mum or kickboxer size like gym class. I need you smashing that bag. I need you digging deep, smashing that bag, combinations, explosive. You know, by the end of 60 seconds, I want you mega out of breath. Take a break, go again, take a break, go again. It needs to be somewhat interval training. It needs to be powerful. With sprinting, it explains itself. I do hill sprints because it's better for injuries and knees. And I just maybe do 40, 50 meters, sometimes a little bit more, come back down, go again, come back down, go again, then do shorter ones, and I'm done. It's quick, it's over and done with. And swimming is something I've been doing a lot lately with the pool out there and all the villas that we visit around the world. We've got 2 swimmers, or former swimmers, that are in Onem, Alex and Peter, and they've been teaching me how to dive better, how to swim better, and stuff like that. So I've been practicing a little bit, and yeah, it makes a real big difference to your body. So swimming is potentially the best exercise that you can do for keeping that lean body, for keeping that physique in shape when you're a little bit too busy, because it's just something that you can get in the water, swim quickly, get out, you get that dopamine high and off you go, you get on with your work and stuff. And, you know, it's not everyone that's got the facilities, but it's one hell of an exercise. It does something to your body that nothing else does, in my opinion. Now guys, here's some life advice, okay? So this is day 2, okay? So all the filming you saw me do yesterday, all the training, that was one session. That night we did another session. I'm now doing another session. So that's 3 gym sessions in 24 hours. And you'll say, yeah, but Chris, you're free, you're at home, you've got a gym at home. Yeah, but here's the thing. My advice to you guys is when you can fit it in, fit it in. When you can squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Like, you can be in work mode making money, but then when that time frees up again, you got to go for it. You got to make up for it in the downtime. Okay, you have time to train now. Don't be lazy. Do double sessions. You know, that's how you do it. When I have time, I really fucking train. I'll do 3 hours per day. And then that makes up for it when you can't train. It's very simple. So I want to end on a philosophical kind of viewpoint that I live by in life. There's so many people out there that want to be the most jacked guy. They want to be the most shredded guy. They want to be the most handsome guy and stuff like that. I get it. I do get it. I think it's a young man's game, but I do get it. I think it's fun and whatever. I've pushed for elite gains in the past and stuff like that, but I've realized something about myself, and I think most men are the same. I would much rather be 14% body fat and living an unbelievable lifestyle of restaurants, travel, having fun, the pleasures of life, everything that life has to offer, and just maintain to a very decent level, but have a good life and be a guy that has a shit ton of money because he's prioritized that, has a family, has everything, has that collective kind of grouping of qualities and successes and whatnot. Rather than a guy who is absolutely shredded, who's absolutely jacked, who has that unbelievable steroid look to him where he looks enormous. He's just the pinnacle of physical specimens among men. But his life hasn't really gone anywhere. Maybe he's making 30k per year as a personal trainer. Now, it doesn't have to be either or. But in my opinion, the one sounds so much better than the other. Everyone talks about 10% body fat, stuff like that. It's miserable. It's a miserable life. I think I sit at about 12 to 14, depending on how hard I train. Probably 14 right now, 12 when I'm really going for it and I've got time and I can focus on it and whatnot. But it's a nice life. I get to relax. I get to go out for meals with my girlfriend. I get to travel. I get to have a few, you're in Crete and they bring you a brown sugary coffee. Hey, I'm not too worried about it. I'll probably drink it. I'm up for a good time. Do you know what I mean? I want to have a good life. I want to have a good life across the board. I'm not here to worry too much about being the sexiest guy in the room. Don't really think that's a manly thing to do. I think 14% body fat, a little bit of extra timber, some extra size, some strength. I feel strong as fuck right now. Here's the other thing as well. I don't think any of these guys that are on steroids could outlift me. Maybe that's an arrogant thing. Maybe it just goes on past form. But I don't think there's any of these steroid guys that can outlift me apart from the ones right at the top end that are doing like strongman. But the average guy that's on YouTube, that's jacked out of his mind, that's on steroids, nah, performance-based, he's not going to be outlifting me. He's not going to have better cardio, better flexibility. He's not going to be able to box as well. You look at most fighters, most of them are slightly chubby. They're like 16 to 18% body fat, the best ones. And, you think of Fedor, Daniel Cormier, John Jones isn't shredded. You think of, some of the boxers. The boxers are shredded because they go round after round. But you've got Tyson Fury. You've got some of these guys. They're not, they're not absolutely shredded. I don't think it makes sense. You think of Moses Itama, how good he is now. He's one of the best boxers in the world. The way he moves, he's probably like 16% body fat. It's nothing. Do you know what I mean? I think for optimal sporting performance, strength, health, happiness, your dick working properly, sex drive, stuff like that. Yeah, I think around about 12 to 16 is better. I think when you go sub, you can't have a good life without steroids. However, it's going to bite you in the arse a few years later. Some of these guys out there that are 21 years old on steroids. I'm sorry to say it, guys, and it makes me sad, but you're going to have heart attacks by 30. You're going to have so many issues. You're going to have issues with kids. Look at how many guys dying in the industry is it going to take for you to realize that being the most jacked, handsome, biggest bicep guy in the room is not the most alpha strategy. The most alpha strategy is providing for people and being alive. It's like guys who go and buy a Lamborghini and they go, "Oh, I'm the G now. I'm the best guy here." Well, if I have a suitcase, we're fucked. Well, if there's 2 of us, we're fucked. If you have more than one child, if you have more than a child, you're fucked because you can't get them in the car. If your girlfriend and your mum want picking up at the same time, you're fucked. You see what I mean? It's a very selfish decision. I think taking steroids, getting jacked out of your mind, getting shredded and stuff like that, They're very selfish decisions. It's for you, it's aesthetics, it's to get laid. You know, once you stop thinking about getting your dick sucked, you start thinking properly and your life starts coming together. And I think there's a massive ROI for men on boosting their money and just kind of remaining at like 12 to 14% body fat in your body. Now, if you've got great genetics, if you can do the two, that's the best. I wouldn't stress it too much. I have a very nice life. I enjoy myself. I don't think there's much more female attention that you could possibly get than once you get to a certain level, past a certain point, you're just a pretty boy that they're not really interested in. I think there's diminishing returns once you become too attractive as a man. I think it's better to kind of be big, scary, and wealthy, and a good provider. I think that goes a lot further than just being, you know, this absolutely looks maxed guy. You know, not to shit on him, because we've all been young once, but you look at Clavicular, it doesn't look like he's the happiest. He got beaten up by that old guy, and all those girls in Paris were rejecting him. Yeah, there's law of diminishing returns at a certain point, so I don't really think you guys need to worry too much. So guys, hope this helped. Going to give you a second one. Still don't know why. Appreciate you guys. Go and check out the 2 school communities. You'll really enjoy them. Took me months to do. I put so much effort in. So guys, appreciate you. Speak to you soon. Fuck off, man.